Good morning. Good morning to you at home. Happy Mother's Day to the mothers. Who are my mothers? And happy Mother's Day to the grandmothers. Do we have some grandmothers? Yeah. And do we have any great grandmas? Yeah, okay. So Mother's Day, as you know, is a tender day. It is for some of us, it is a day of celebration. For others of us, it is a day of grieving. So I made the decision after our service a few weeks ago that where we spoke about how to include gender expansive people in our programming, that today we would recognize all the ways we nurture children. In some cases, just as a heads up, we have modified the words to some of our readings. Today we are also doing a child naming ceremony for Jesse and Sunny, and welcome to their family today. We are glad you're with us. And we are also welcoming 14 new members into our community, bringing to 23 the number of new members this calendar year. The opening words this morning are by my colleague, the Reverend Wayne Arneson. We are grateful for all the parents that share the community of this congregation, the young ones and the old ones, those with us and those departed. May the blessings they give us be rich and overflowing. For some of us, our experiences and images of parents have been tarnished by absence or abuse. But let us not forget that all mothers, not all parents, have been able to rise to the challenges that parenting brings. May we find healing this morning and even forgiveness for all the ways that our parents fell short of fulfilling the love that gave us birth. The community of this congregation is a great blessing. We are gifted with the chance to celebrate birth and parenting and the glorious unfolding of human potential. Today is a day for such celebration. Let us make the most of it. Let us use it for thanksgiving and renewal and rededication in the company of loved ones and friends. And now, if you will stand in body or spirit and join us in singing one of the very few hymns in our gray hymnal that addresses parenting. It's called The Leaf Unfurling. So next slide, please. Thank you. Isabella is going to play it through once because we don't think we've sung it here very often.
I'd like to ask Tanya to join me to light the chalice, the symbol of our Unitarian Universalist faith. She'll be right back, I promise. For all the mothers and mother figures, for all the fathers and father figures, for the extended family members who nurture, for the soon-to-be parents, the wish they were parents, the never wanted to be parents, the it's complicated parents, we light this chalice for all who nurture the next generation and all those who nurtured us, for all the communities that nurture and for all who depend on the great Creator, you are held and beloved. Thank you, Tanya. Good morning. My name is Jenna Kern-Ruggiel, and my pronouns are she, hers. I'm excited to let you know about some of the events coming up at the fellowship. If you are caring for a spouse, parent, child, or another with demanding needs, we invite you to join the Care for the Caregivers group, which will meet on Tuesday, May 23rd, and on an ongoing basis each month. In this group, those who bear a heavy load of caring for a loved one will receive encouragement and information. Please contact Laura Otten to find out more. You will find her info in this week's flash. Are you looking for a way to nurture your creative side? This coming Saturday, May 20th, join the Creativity as Spirituality group, which meets here at the fellowship at 10 a.m. This open, multi-generational group meets on the third Saturday of each month, both to create and to discuss a monthly theme. Please reach out to Danielle Burby if you'd like to attend. Also next Saturday on the 20th, join us for a fabulous concert of inspiring music from 7 to 9 p.m. here at the fellowship. More than 24 talented musicians are performing at the show, which will also feature snacks, desserts, wine, beer, and other beverages, along with Ethiopian crafts, an art auction, and raffles. This is going to be an amazing night, and I personally cannot wait. All proceeds will benefit H2 Empower, a nonprofit whose founder is our own Helen Boxwell. Monies raised will help build 4 classrooms in Ethiopia, provide scholarships for Burundi students, and much more. Volunteers are needed for many light duties during the night. For information and to help, contact Helen, and her information is also in this week's flash. Now, please join me in saying aloud our mission statement. The words will be on the screen. In religious community, we nurture our individual spirits through caring for one another and helping to heal the world.
We bring our children to this congregation for love and to support and to share in the journey of parenting. This week, my colleague, the Reverend Joanne Crawford, wrote a Braver, Wiser piece. Did any of you happen to see it? It was called Fingernails Are Holy. And I wanted to share it before we start the child dedication as an example to all of us about the potential of how, as a community, we parent each other. She wrote, "There was a single mother in the congregation who had 2 young children, a daughter and a son. Seeing the painted fingernails of his mom and sister, the little boy wanted to join in the fun. He loved having painted fingernails. He waved his hands around, giggling with happiness, and he loved experimenting with different colors. But his delight was cut short when he began to be bullied in school. His mother shared what was happening with her friends at the church, and somehow the word got out to the men in the congregation. The following Sunday, men of all ages showed up at the congregation with painted fingernails. Teenagers, businessmen, old men. Some men even brought bottles of polish so that the men who hadn't heard could paint their fingernails at the service too. The little boy's face lit up when he saw that. His mouth was an O of wonder. His eyes were lit up with joy. And Reverend Crawford writes, "Mine were too. It was one of the most loving things I'd ever seen. I have no idea what I preached that day. And it didn't matter, because the most powerful sermon was happening out in the fellowship hall with Sally Hansen mauve over polish." That night, the little boy asked his mother about all those boys with the painted nails. She said, they're Unitarian Universalists. Are we Unitarian Universalists, he asked. Well, I am, Mom said. And the little boy thought about it for a few minutes and said, I've decided I'm one too. That's what we can do for each other. So we are blessed this morning to dedicate 2 children and to remind ourselves of our role and responsibilities. And so if Tanya and Michael will bring their children forward. Hi. We come together today to offer you our most sacred gifts, our love and our care, to you and to the new baby. There he is. And to Sonny. So we're going to start with the youngest. What name have you given this child?
Jesse Filomeno Petrizzo.
Jesse Filomeno Petrizio, I bless you with your names. Oh, and he's listening to me. Jesse was chosen because it means gift from God, and Filomeno is after your grandmother. And can you tell me what name your parents picked for you?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your name?
Sunny.
Sunny. Do you know your middle name? Okay. Sunny Agnello Petrizzo. Sunny Agnello Petrizio, I bless you with your names. Sunny was chosen because it represents happiness and light, and his middle name is Tanya's great-grandfather's name. So, Jesse and Sunny, by these names people will call you, and to these names you will answer. These are new names. It is safe, I think, to assume that no one else has had your name. It is our hope and our prayer. Would you hold that for me?
Sure.
That you will hold your name in honor and in peace, and in time people will come to look upon you and your names and find them blessed. Each of you here today has a special role in bringing up these children. The Nigerian folktales tells us that it takes a village to raise a child. You are that village, and all of you, especially these family members, have sacred responsibilities. So first, a charge to Tanya and Michael. Do you renew your commitment today to love and nourish these children? Do you give thanks for the strength of your family and your friends? And do you ask each of them to join you in this joyous responsibility?
Yes, we do.
These children have many special people in their lives, and some of them are here today. And so would you all stand up, the family members, the grandparents, the aunts, the uncles, the cousins? And would you also keep in your hearts those who could not be with us today or those who have passed? And so I have a question for you. Will you love and nourish these children? Will you support these family members in their joyous responsibility? Okay, you may have a seat. And Sunny, nope, we're not done with you. Close. Sunny, I have a question for you. Can I ask you a question? Okay, so do you promise to love Jesse and teach and support him all the days of your life?
Yeah.
Okay. Jesse, did you hear that? And so to this congregation, will you stand by Tanya and Michael to help them nurture and raise their children, to support and comfort them? And do you commit yourselves to being special adults in Sunny and Jesse's lives? Okay. Actually, let me do it this way. So Jesse and Sunny, I dedicate you to the fellowship of people all the world over who strive to fulfill the hope of righteousness and love. May God bless you and keep you and grant you a long and happy life. May you find aid in time of trouble, comfort in time of sorrow, and guidance into the ways of truth. We pray for you full and healthy and long lives and that you may find joy and peace and the satisfaction of years well spent. And so all of you may say, Amen. Thank you for sharing your children with us. Could more of you have babies? I love doing that. It is the time in the service where we invite you to come forward or to go to the back of the room to light a candle for a joy or a concern in your heart. If you have something you would like to share and you've written it on a piece of paper, please bring it up. Sue McGovern will join me up here at the candles. Otherwise, there are some cards and some pens, and we'll take the time to let you put them down if you'd like them shared aloud. You may come forward now. Whoops. It's okay. Thank you. Candle for Papa John and Grandma Elaine, who are both sick and couldn't be here. Candle for sister-in-law Paulette, who was recently diagnosed with cancer. Today would have been Esme Klatsky's first birthday. We love her and miss her. Our hearts are with you all. There you are. Over there. Happy birthday in heaven to my sweet Raquel, and prayers for Michelle. And this was a candle hoping to get a 3 or 4 on their AP exam. Would you join me, please, in some moments of quiet meditation, reflection, or prayer? I'm waiting for another baby in the back to start making noise. It'd be like 3-part harmony. Holy Spirit, we are blessed by the sounds of children. We are. We are blessed by new life among us. On this gorgeous day, we are reminded of the beauty of life, of the sun and the flowers and the returning warmth of the earth, the sounds of children, the tenderness of this day for those who celebrate with their mothers, celebrate those who have children, who celebrate them. We are aware that it is a tender day, a day where we are reminded of the losses of a life cut so short, of people who are struggling with illnesses, of people we wish were here and who no longer are, or who are just not able to be present today. And we are grateful for the miracles of Zoom. We know that our hearts are often heavy, that we grieve, that we wait and we watch for what happens. That among us are people struggling with mental illness, physical health, grief, impending loss. We reach out to them. And yet, in the voices of these children, we are reminded that life is ever renewing. In the flowers returning, that life is ever renewing. That we too are ever renewing. That it is a new day, a new chance, a new opportunity to say the only prayer we ever need. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for this day. Amen. And so may it be.
This month's split plate is for our own Grow to Give garden, perfect day for that, now in its 11th year. Your donation will help with several special projects, such as the completion of the new shed, the 8th planting bed, and the addition of native pollinator plants. The garden's intention is to improve the ability and productivity of fellowship members who are not only growing organic produce for donation to local food pantries, but doing so in a way that gives back ecologically to the environment and the honeybees. Please donate as generously as you can to this incredible fellowship project.
This morning, we welcome into our community 14 new members who have chosen to make a commitment to this congregation with their time, their heart, their finances, their service, and their love. Christina Heinemann, please come forward. Christina, we'll call your name, and if you will come forward and join us on the chancel, and I'm going to ask all of you to hold your applause to the end of the ceremony.
Thank you, Deborah. I'm Christina Heinemann. My pronouns are she, her, and it is my distinct honor and pleasure to welcome a fairly large group of new members to the fellowship this morning. So I will call your name, and if you could join us up front with Deborah. So Carol Dewey, Mary Bly, Dolly Bocek, Sherry Berman, John Bewley-Newmar, Kata Kareva, Kim Kyle, Lisa Jaretsko, Trudy Delaney, Sophia Gabetta, Barbara Lazarus, Jake Lazarus, Andrea Ganella, and Brent Chiarella, and Sarah Murphy.
What a nice-looking group. New members, we are so glad to have you with us. Some of you are indeed brand new, and some of you have taken a while to get to be on this journey, and we are glad for all of you. We are glad that you have chosen this community of fellow seekers to travel with you on your life journey. I have some questions for you, and at the end, if you agree, please answer, I will. Will you accept our gifts of fellowship, discovery, and service? Will you offer us your unique presence and gifts? Will you add your name to the long history of Unitarian Universalists who spread hope with our living faith? Will you engage with us as we seek to create a community and a world dedicated to love and peace? Will you enter this faith with hope and possibilities in your heart, pledging to participate in and support the ministries of this congregation? So, congregation, will you welcome these new members with the warmth and comfort of your fellowship? Will you seek to add your strengths and talents to the new gifts they bring to us? And will you share our triumphs and our struggles as our community grows and changes? Will the members of this congregation please rise and respond with the words printed on your screen? You at home, please join us. We receive you with open hands and open hearts. As you join us, we once again renew our own commitment to UUFH. We are proud and happy to have you with us and pledge our support to care for you, work with you to help heal the world. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And now you can applaud. Welcome. Tina has a gift for you. So glad you I am now pleased to share with you a video homage to our parents. Sandra Jens did a wonderful job putting this together with the photos that you sent in to us, and Isabella is going to play as we watch this video.
Hello, everyone. My name is Danielle Burby. My pronouns are she and her. And it wouldn't be an all ages service if we didn't have an activity to do. So today is all about nurturing, being nurtured with the child dedication that we did with the new members. It's all about community and showing up for one another and supporting one another. And so today's activity, I'm going to have to give you a couple of different parts of instructions. I know. So I'm going to ask you, there will be time to talk, but I'm going to ask you to do the next couple of steps on the more quiet side. I'm not going to say silently. So first, I want you to look around and find someone who is wearing a shirt or pants or something that's similar to what you're wearing, maybe colors, maybe patterns, and I want you to pair up. Go to each other, preferably not someone you arrived with. This is a chance to meet someone new. So we all need to find one partner, or if we need three, but preferably two people.
I'm glad I had you next.
I know. All right, has everyone found a partner? All right, I'm going to ask us to be silent for a moment. Clap once if you can hear me. Clap twice if you can hear me. Clap 3 times if you can hear me. All right, so in your partners, ask one person to, if you see on the sides, I have crayons and paper and things to lean on, including hymnals, so please be careful. But one partner, go and get 2 pieces of paper and crayons and one thing to lean on. Jen, do you think you could bring something into the back room? We have 2 people in the back room. Could you bring them paper and crayons? All right. Does everybody have their paper, their crayons? Great. All right. Can everybody hear me? All right. So here are your instructions. Thank you. Now, there are mostly groups of 2, but for groups of 3, you're going to have to space it out a little bit differently. I'm going to give you guys the halfway mark cue so you know when to switch. Now, what we're going to do is you are going to tell your partner about someone in your life who has nurtured you. It can be a teacher, it can be a parent, a grandparent, great-grandparent, friend, somebody who has made you feel loved and held. And while you are talking, your partner is going to draw, this is a little abstract, they're going to draw the feelings that you're saying, the feelings that come up. And just let it flow, right? We're going to just be creative, no judgment. And at the end, you will give each other the drawings that you made. So the person who is listening will then give the person who was talking the drawing. All right, does everyone understand? All right. So I will let you know when it's halfway through and it's time to switch. So for groups of 3, just, I'll try to give you a cue. All right, ready? Go. All right. Time to let the other person talk. If anyone didn't hear, it's time to switch. All right, so we're going to start to wrap it up. I'm going to give you 30 more seconds. All right, so please give your drawing to the speaker. And for right now, just stay where you are. There will be a chance to go back to your seats in a little bit. Okay. Should I have them clap again? Yes. All right, clap once if you can hear me. Clap twice if you can hear me. Clap 3 times if you can hear me. That RE trick works every time. All right, thank you for participating in that activity.
Our closing hymn this morning. Oh, you all are hard to calm down. Settle down. Isabella is going to play. We invite you to rise in body or spirit. Join your voices in singing Isa Barnwell's hymn to our parents, grandparents, and ancestors. Child or young person, 13 or younger. I'm gonna fall. Whoa, okay. I've waited all year to do that. To come forward and sit with me on the steps as we watch the closing video. Hi. Do you all know the Dixie Chicks, who are now known as the Chicks, formerly known as the Dixie Chicks? Well, you're going to love her. And when we get to the chorus, if you feel like singing, please join. I ask you to offer the benediction.
Article, we know you've got big dreams for furnishing your outdoor space. But what if your outdoor space has dreams too?
Okay, thanks, Deb. So would you all join with me in the benediction? My friends, go now in peace. May our real service begin. Thanks, Jen, it's all yours.
So thank you so much for joining us on this very special day for our new members and the beautiful new family that was dedicated today. For those of you in person, please stop and greet Reverend Deborah on the way out. And also, as always, we're going to have coffee and snacks in the social hall. And I hope all of you nurturers, because we all are, aren't we, have a wonderful rest of your Mother's Day.